Hello guys, welcome to another video. First of all, I wanna say that this story doesn't belong to me, so if you wanna read the full story for yourself, you can go down in the description to find the link to the original post and read the full story for yourself. That being said, let's get into the video. What if Minato had adopted Obito Part 13? First, Rin suddenly felt terrified. You want me to learn what? Tsunade grinned. My super strength technique. I use chakra to do it. Therefore, it's a jutsu. I already know you are good with medical ninjutsu. Now I need to make sure you can fight. Rin was sweating bullets. Will you at least teach me how you do that so I can practice? Tsunade smirked her forehead. Well, yeah, I'm going to be fair after all. It is actually not as difficult as you think it is. Rin had a hard time believing that. How so? Tsunade went into teacher mode. Medical ninjutsu is of course focused largely on chakra control. What you do is focus your chakra so that it increases the force in the relative area you intend to use on your opponent uh, and for a positive shell around your body so that you don't do a large amount of damage to yourself when striking someone else. Rin had to admit it did sound simple. So why isn't everyone doing it? Tsunade smirked. First, it takes a lot of chakra control, and second, while actually doing it is easy for someone with your control, using it to effective level is still very hard to learn. Rin was pretty sure she got the picture. Easy to learn, hard to master. So how far do I have to get from me to win the bet? Tsunade pointed to a boulder that was about as tall as she was and about 3 times as wide. Once you can crush that with one punch, you can pass. Rin went pale. What the hell had she gotten herself into? To have watched as her husband continued to drown his sorrow in alcohol, mumbling to himself about some traitor. She felt so no empathy for him. He killed her son after all. Naturally, he had been keeping a close eye on her husband to make sure he didn't do anything rash. The way be cruel and insane, but he was still a decent ninja. Well, when he wasn't drunk off his ass anyways. Tuha remembered the man she fell in love with, the man who swore they could escape. They could escape the Uchiha clan. The man who said they would start a family somewhere. No ninja, no clan, just peace in some small village. That man was dead now, and in his place stood an empty shell that did as Uchiha clan asked for of him. When they asked it, she hated that man. Otaka stood up and began to wobble to the door. I need to end this. That boy is my son, and he will not disobey his father. Either he comes home willingly or in a body bag. Tuha ran up to him. Otako, sit down. You are drunk and going to get yourself killed. Otaka turned to her and scolded, shut up, you witch. This is your fault anyways. You finally gave me a strong son and he abandoned us. You are worthless. All of this is your fault. Tuha's eyes twitched. Don't you dare say that. I did my best. I didn't beat my son to death. Tuha shouted. I did what I had to. What you forced my to, what you forced me to do. At that, to her snapped, you bastard! How dare you! I love Wahako. I cried for weeks after you killed him. Otaku took another swig from his bottle. Please, you think that I care about how much you cried? The only thing that matters is matters in this world is respect, and once I killed Obito, I will have more than enough for of that. Otako turned around when Toha grabbed a kitchen knife. You already killed one of my babies, and you wouldn't take the other. Otako was about to turn around to respond when he looked down at where the sharp pain was coming from and the saw the tip of a knife and blood pouring down his chest. Blood was coming from his mouth. You witch! I will get. It wasn't long before Otako fell to the ground, dead a doornail to spit on his corpse. That's for Yuko. A voice came from behind her. Well, when I was told to watch Otako, this really wasn't what I expected. Was he was he your best friend? She didn't pay much attention to the strange white plant like creature behind her. He was my only friend. He was my only friend. He didn't talk. Didn't let me talk to others really. Zetsu saw the three-pronged shuriken spine to his eyes. Oh, I think I have found something Leader Sama's going to like. Page break. Rin charged at the rock and jumped into the air fast as she filled her fist with as much chakra as she could manage without losing the amount she needed to protect herself. Then she surrounded her fist with chakra to keep from breaking the bone in her fist. She gave everything she had and punched the rock directly in the middle. There were several cracks in it, but it didn't actually break it. Inside, the rock was about the same size as the one she had to break to win against Tsunade. She only had 3 days left until Tsunade left. Dusting herself off, she got up and prepared to go again. No way in hell was she going to lose this bet. To her listen to Jesus' plan. She had to admit it sounded good on paper. She repeated it to herself. So we give my eyes to Obito and make it look like I committed suicide after killing Otako. Zetsu nodded. Yes, then I steal Obito's right out of from under them from you, so that either of you go blind. So either of you go blind, neither of you go blind. You will both have eternal Mongekyo Sharingan. Tuha still didn't understand that. You still haven't told me how you are going to get the eyes without raising suspicion. Zetsu chuckled. Oh, getting them will be easy. And as for making sure that they are not going to look into it. I have already got that on figured out. You see, Obito will get your eyes, and in your note you will specifically say that you don't want his eyes to fall into the hands of the Uchiha clan. You will tell him to leave them in your personal family safe for safekeeping, just in case there's ever a reason they are needed, which we will then retrieve after he puts them in there. Tua had to admit it was a good plan, and Madra's plan wouldn't really work. I can have a world where Uhaka and Obito would have been raised together. Zetsu was right about this girl. She was perfect. Of course, we will revive Madara later. Also, we will implant you with some of the first Hokage's genes, so you can form a Renegan. To her raised an eyebrow. Form a Renegan. Zetsu smiled. Yup. When you combine the DNA of the Senju and the Uchiha, the Renegan forms. one of your Sharingan will become a Renegan, making you even stronger. Zetsu was all in. Tuha was all in. I only have one. I only have request. I only have request. Zetsu. I only have one request. Zetsu smirked, and that is Tuha's called. One day I can come back and destroy this hellhole they call a clan. It needs to be destroyed. Jesu couldn't believe this. This was too perfect. I don't see why not. Shall we get started? Tuha was ready. It was time for her to leave this clan and start anew, to build a perfect world for everyone, for her sons especially. Tsunade stood in front of Rin eagerly to see how she did in the bed. Rin, all right, Rin, let's see how you did. I am giving you one shot at this, so make this count. Soon, Shizune smiled at Rin. Good luck, Rin-chan. Rin looked around. Half the village was there. Half the villagers was there. The idea of Tsunade staying in the village was big news. Obito went up to her. Good luck, Rin-chan. I know you can do this. Jiraiya stood next to Minato. Looks like Rin might be training with Tsunade from now on. Minato didn't mind in the least. She can teach Rin a lot more about medical stuff than I can. If she is willing, then I will happily step aside. Kushina was standing near them, cheering on Rin. The only thing she was really missing was Banner. Only thing she was missing was Banner. Go, Rin, you got this. Rin thanked them all, went over and stood 10 feet from the boulder. Slowly but surely she started running at it. She started to closing in on the boulder and forced her chakra. Just a few more feet to go, jumping and striking it dead center. Chakra bang off to form began to form. Slowly the chakra got bigger and bigger. Everyone held their breath and then finally it crumbled. The crowd cheered and Rin jumped of joy. Tsunade shook her head. All right, I guess I really can't win a bet. You win, I will train you, but don't you dare slack off for even a second. This isn't something just anyone gets to do. Rin couldn't stop smiling. Of course, thank you so much, Tsunade. Tsunade waved her off and left. Shizune ran over and hugged Rin. We are gonna be such great friends. This is so awesome. I will see you soon, I promise. Obito couldn't have been happier. Congrats, Rin. You are going to be awesome with you are gonna do awesome with Lady Tsunade. Rin jumped in his arms and gave him a big kiss. This is amazing. I am being trained by the greatest medic ninja ever to live. Obito was about to respond when an Uchiha walked up to him. Hey, traitor, your parents are dead. Mom killed your dad and killed herself. They are saying she jumped off a cliff. She says she left everything important to you in the family safe. You will find her note there. We don't really care what's in there. Just get it and leave. It's a nice house. We could have others live in. Hurry about it. Hurry up about it. Obito blinked a few times and said, okay, I will be over in just a little while. I have just got to get something to get someone to pack everything. Give me about an hour. The Uchiha didn't seem to care. Yeah. Just clean it out before the end of the day. All that stuff should be ours. But your mother left all her stuff in your name, so the Hokage wouldn't let us have it. Obito was resenting restraining the urge to punch the man. I get it. You can leave now. The Uchiha left. The Uchiha left, looking just as motionless as when he left. Rin looked at her boyfriend. "You okay?" Obito was surprisingly calm, a little sad about my mom, but she always wanted to escape the Uchiha clan. "I think it is for the best in the end." Rin nodded. "Of course, I'm gonna go grab some stuff from my old house. I'm staying with you guys from now on." Of course, I'm gonna go grab some stuff from my old house. I'm staying with you guys from now on. Obito's eyes widened very wide. Obito eyes went very wide. Eye. Wow, that's insane. Only 14 and we live together. Rin giggles. "Relax. It's not like we are by ourselves. Sense and Kushina will be there." Obito gave her a kiss goodbye. Good. Gave her a kiss goodbye. "Good point. I will be back soon." Rin walked away. See you then." Obito, looking at that family safe, considered his options. He could just take everything out of it, the simple route, but that didn't seem like a good solution. After all, another family would be moving in here soon. Yeah, he could just take the safe back home. It was small, even after all. He picked it up and it wasn't too heavy, so it wasn't that hard. Obito got back and put the combination of the safe 32, 15, 27, the same as always. He opened the safe and couldn't believe what he saw inside. It was a set of eyes floating in a jar, Mongekyo Sharingan to be exact. Obito realized what this was. His mother killed his father and extreme emotion attachment. She had activated the eyes. He hadn't idea how she knew about the transform fixing the blindness, but that didn't really matter at this point. He read the notes and that she left. There wasn't really a lot to it through it. Apparently, she had heard about the transformation of from old Uchiha legend. Wait, he remembered that all the legend about the Mongekyo Sharingan. There were tons of them floating around in the Uchiha clan. No one knew for sure which one were true. He kept reading. Apparently, she wanted him to keep the safe and put his eyes in it. He was only to open it if he absolutely had to, otherwise keep it closed and never to go near it. Just as he finished reading, Minato walked in. This was gonna be one hell of a story for him. That's all for part 13. If you wanna be notified for future parts, subscribing is the best way. That being said, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.